It's just a cat.
He's way too much for your mental health. He's giving Enyegi allowance.
Yeah, whoever this lady is. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's just Uche's sister and so my name is Chamaka and we are going to be doing a very interesting video. So I just want you to just sit tight, hold your seat belt, wear your eyeglass, grab your popcorns and relax.
I'm just Uche and I'm the owner of this channel, and in today's video we are going to be doing something different. In today's video we are going to be reading Am I the A-hole on Reddit. So let's just dive right into it and let's see the juicy things that they have for us, okay? Am I the a-hole for prioritizing my cat over taking my partner out to birthday dinner?
Bang bang. Bang 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 bang.
Hi, 27-year-old female. I'm dating a 28-year-old male whose birthday was on Monday. We were supposed to go out to an extravagant birthday dinner since he had spent a lot of money on my birthday earlier. He earns a lot more than I do, so I could only do so much, but still, we've been together for 2 years. Well, on the day before we were supposed to go out, I noticed my cat had what appeared to be a cyst in her eye. It had appeared overnight and looked very painful and bad, and I drove her 2 hours to an emergency vet, open one Sunday instead, and got some eye drops, but there's a really big risk she may lose the eye. She hasn't been eating because of the pain, and I was really worried, so I cancelled dinner and decided to stay at home with the cat, telling my partner we can reschedule it for another night and that he's welcome to come over and look after her with me.
The audacity.
On my birthday.
The audacity.
Well, he got really upset and said he had taken the next day as a vacation day already. He was planning on getting drunk, and that the waiting list for that particular restaurant was 3 months, and they would have his favorite seasonal special on then. So I was being incredibly selfish and a mega a-hole. Am I the a-hole? Now I think this is spicy.
Exactly.
It's a very spicy story.
Exactly. They both have valid reasons. Well, I mean, you cannot leave your cat to die, but then I don't mean to be rude. It's a really poor. It's just a cat. She's sick, you know. She may lose her eye. It's going to be really painful, you know. So you're taking her to the hospital and wanted that's okay. It's unfortunate that it came up that time.
Am I the a-hole? Am I not the a-hole?
Why are you not inviting your boyfriend that you ditched? Like, you are cancelling the dinner. You're not inviting him to now come and babysit cat. Ha! Sister, that is a very a-holic thing to do.
Personally, I think you're the a-hole, in my opinion. Because now I get that your cat is going through a lot. You've taken her to the hospital and she's still in pain, but you could just, you know, put her in maybe a cat care, or you could call a friend to take care of your cat. Like, let's be fair. Yeah. Because for him to get under reservation, that's 3 months.
And even that 3 months, that special food is still
not be available. So it means that for him to have gotten that reservation, he could have been hard.
I chose to go with you. I mean, he could have gone with his mom, his brother.
Bro, like, I just feel like
I don't entirely call you an a-hole, but you could have done better.
Yeah, you could. So you are the a-hole. Okay, yeah.
So I'll be taking the next one now.
You like church, reading Bible.
Open your Bible, my sister. Am I the a-hole for changing the wedding venue my fiance chose to something more flashy as a surprise?
Brother, I mean sister.
Sit down. Grab the popcorn. So it's even a guy. Wow. 25-year-old male, I'm marrying a 24-year-old female this coming October. We both have very large families, but hers is really poor and kind of traditional. As a result, my fiance has been taught to always go for the cheapest option throughout her life. Rude? Very rude. Ha!
I don't know how you want to marry this person, but okay.
Bro! Whether we are going out to eat or buying clothes or going on holiday, well, we've been planning the wedding and the choice of venue was typical for her. A small local church where she was christened. Right off the bat, the place isn't suitable for the number of guests who will be invited. And I knew she only chose that location because of money, which is not an issue, okay? I spoke to my father and he agreed to fund the wedding abroad in Venice.
Ooh.
I'm the only child, so getting married is a big deal. And to arrange transportation for all the guests, he agreed to cover all expenses. So obviously, I changed the venue and sent out invitations. I knew the money spent would make her anxious, and she has always dreamed of visiting Venice. So I waited to tell her until it was organized as a surprise. Well, she didn't take it well and said I was a massive a-hole. She had much preferred the church venue. She said it was too embarrassing to cancel it now and that I've told people, but seems really mad. I'm confused since that venue was never practical, and I'm wondering if I'm the a-hole here or if she's overreacting. am I the a-hole?
This is
70 to 80%, yes. I understand that you're trying to be the what?
I'm going to be honest. Your choice of language is already very derogatory.
I'm going to go back to that part. Hers is a really poor and kind of traditional. And then the venue she chose was typical of her.
Like, that's rude. Honestly,
somebody want to marry your verbal language is bad.
It's very rude.
It's not. You are the hero, sir.
I just feel like you don't even have regard for her. That's why you could go the extra length to even plan something like that without thinking that you should carry her along.
And you don't send out invitation. You don't answer the person that you are marrying.
No, it doesn't make sense. I think
you're surprising her with her wedding, bro. No.
Like your intentions may be good, but the way you carried it out is just no.
I mean, she did not overreact.
It's not giving, it's not giving union.
For nostalgia, forget the fact that
it's a true.
It just makes sense. I was baptized here. I'm doing my wedding here. I mean,
it may just be wanting. Yeah, actually, you may just want to preserve the memories.
Do your honeymoon in Venice. I mean, you didn't have to.
And I genuinely don't think that you going to Venice is bad. But the fact that you did every single thing without her knowledge is a bit much. You're the a-hole.
She's the one getting married with you, sir.
You're the a-hole. You're the a-hole.
Mm.
No. Am I the a-hole for not taking part in the bouquet toss at my friend's wedding? A couple of weekends ago, I was at the wedding of my good college friend, Amy. For context, I'm in a long-term relationship but do not plan on getting married.
Okay.
For various reasons, including the fact I don't want a wedding, as I hate a lot of the traditions involved for feminist reasons. Okay, it's giving feminist. And don't really care about having one anyway. My friends know all of this. I could not care less if other people do these traditions and have never judged anyone for doing so. I've had a great time at all of my friends' weddings. At Amy's wedding, we get to the bouquet toss. I don't like this tradition, so in general, I opt not to take part, and given I don't even plan on getting married, it makes sense for me to sit it out. When I saw it was happening, I went to the bathroom. The maid of honor, my friend too, saw me leaving and told me that I should wait until after the toss. I said I needed to go. And she then said she'll make them wait. Instead, I insisted they should go ahead, and this friend gives me a very long stare, a sigh, they went over to take part in the toss. A few days later, the bride and this friend got in touch and expressed how disappointed they were that I didn't take part in this tradition for Amy's sake. Every other unmarried woman took part, and they said that making a clear political statement at Amy's wedding was cruel, and they know about my thoughts around all of it. Amy said her bouquet toss memories are now tarnished, knowing how much I'm judging it from a feminist perspective. They said I can decide to not do things at my own weddings, but it's only polite to take part in the activities at other people's. I want to make it clear, I barely talk about my opinions on this stuff, only when asked, and so many disclaimers that I do not judge people for doing any of it. I am not that person. Am I the a-hole for not taking part?
Nope.
I
don't think
it's just clear. You're not. It's your belief.
People should learn to respect other people's opinions. Because I do not believe in this, I still have every right to not participate in it.
It's just a bouquet toss.
I mean,
it's really not that deep.
It's not that deep.
They are the a-holes, in fact.
Feel
for making you feel bad, they are the
whoever
a-holes.
this lady is, I feel like she's just like some kind of quiet person. All these nerdy people that just don't talk. So that's why they felt like they could just put it out there. Because if all these girls that are like, I know they do. They won't talk like that.
What is your wedding is ruined? If it was ruined, it's because it's ruined. It's not because of
exactly.
you. It's not that deep. You're free to go. Free from this court. Okay. Next.
Am I the a-hole for moving out because my BF expects me to pay more rent? Okay. My BF and I had been living together for a year. Okay. I was paying about 70% of the rent because I made more.
Okay, rich girl.
I paid $1,400.
Okay.
And he paid $600 because he was living as a student, studying full-time and working part-time.
Okay.
Then 4 months ago, I was laid off and began collecting unemployment. Wow. I told him we should split things 50-50 because I now made as much as he did on his part-time job. Okay. But he resisted because I have more savings because I worked.
Who is this boy?
I don't think it's fair to ask me to dip into my savings, especially when we didn't have our money together at any point. And most of my savings came from before we met. Imagine.
Entitled nigga, stop it.
We argued back and forth for weeks until he agreed a 60-40 split, which in my opinion still wasn't fair.
It's not.
But at least we weren't arguing. As soon as I found my job, I was supposed to start on Monday. He demanded I had to switch back to 70-30 split. Excuse me.
This man is entitled though.
Very irresponsible, I'll give you that. I didn't even get a paycheck yet, and I felt like he was just using me as bank.
He is.
Period. He doesn't own a car, but most of the grocery shopping, going to friends' places, dentist appointments, also known as anything that required a car, meant he took my car.
Okay.
And he has never filled up gas for me. He took my car for 2 days to to visit parents and gave it back to me completely empty. Interesting. Because he wanted to use my car so often, I wanted to add him as secondary driver to my insurance. I mean, but that would have cost $70 per month more, which he refuses to pay and expects me to cough up because it's my car. At this point, I was ready to move out anyway, but my friend's roommate was moving and my lease was ending. I told my BF I was moving out a month ago and officially moving to my friend's place October. He is pissed and giving me attitude all the time, so I've been mostly at that friend's place anyway and just paying the last month. My name is on the place and my landlord wanted us out anyway because she wanted to increase rents. He's pissed because he said I blindsided him, but I gave him almost 2 months notice. But I feel like with how he treated it, he can't expect me to keep putting up with it.
Like, bro, come on.
Am I the a-hole?
You're not. That man, in fact, I don't think you need to even move out or pay. You need to break up with him. He's toxic. He said, he's way too much for your mental health. Entitled is the word.
It's too clear. It's too clear. This one, he doesn't have to beat you for it to be an unhealthy relationship.
Like, come on now.
It's unhealthy to your bank account. Jabba. It's better you're even alone. If you're alone, you go no say. It's not like, no.
He is the a-hole.
You're not his mother.
Girl.
His girlfriend that you put do. It's not parents.
Is it bad that you gay friend? Ordinary gay friend.
Please go and look for if it's sugar mommy that you want, go and look for sugar mommy aside. Please don't stress the young girl.
You've tried. My dear, you've tried.
It's not your fault.
Moving on. Am I the a-hole for not accepting student work which is improperly submitted? Look, I don't even want to go to the details of this. You are the a-hole already. Because you derive joy in failing students. I'm doing a favor for a friend and filling in as a computer science teacher when he's on extended leave. His syllabus states that homework assignments must be submitted with the proper file name format. It's quite simple. The name of the assignment plus the last 4 digits of their student's ID number. The name they are supposed to use is given in the instructions. So for an assignment where they had to write a simple program to add 2 numbers, it might be something like so and so. If something isn't submitted with the right file name format, then it technically doesn't count until it is resubmitted properly. I didn't create this policy, my body did, and the principal of the school approved the syllabus. Problem is that they can't follow simple instructions. Half the time, they don't know how to upload a file or they forgot their student ID number, despite you carrying an ID with them. Often, they take screenshots of code, take pics of their screen, submit code in Word documents, and so on. All of this, despite being shown clearly every class how to do it. I've told them I won't be accepting anything that is not in the proper file format or anything that doesn't have the proper file name format. The main reason for this is that I cannot run their program if it is a screenshot. I automate a large part of the grading, so it's also harder if things don't have the proper title. So far, half the class has zeros for the few assignments because they didn't follow instructions. The principal has asked me to be more lenient, but I'm holding my ground. I say they are high schoolers and they are old enough to figure stuff out. Am I the a-hole?
I don't think he is. He's just a disciplined person, unless I do not get it right. You know, see, students can be really stubborn.
That's the thing.
So if you're not tough with them, you're not going to get what you want out of them. I promise you. So being disciplined does not make him an a-hole.
Oh, true.
I don't think he is.
True, but I just feel like I know it's hard.
More lenient,
maybe
right?
I don't know. I just feel like you could be more lenient. Like, come on.
Oh, I'm okay with it. I don't see him as an a-hole.
No, I don't think you're not the a-hole at all.
You need to work for what you want. Go that extra mile. This is the way it is. That's the way the rule is.
I beg you.
I mean, that's the way the rules are.
I think you're really
why
strict.
do you always want to get things?
You're really strict.
Exactly.
But
like students, when they go through that part, I think it molds them to be better.
I beg you. Now, why lecturer could they fail person every time? Forget that thing. You can be a lot kinder, but I don't think you're the a-hole.
Yeah, no, you're not. Am I the a-hole for standing up for my husband?
No, that's so cute.
My husband, 30-year-old male, has been friends with Evan, 30-year-old male, for 20 years.
Okay, long friendships. Yeah. That's good.
Childhood. Okay, currently, I, 31-year-old female, and Evan's girlfriend, Cassie, 30-year-old female, are both pregnant and due about a week apart. Okay. Cassie is having a little girl, and we are having twin boys.
Pregnancy goals.
Throughout the pregnancy, currently 30 weeks, we have tried to be very supportive. This is our second pregnancy, so we know it can be really hard. We have got them a crib, picked up and delivered it for them. Wow, it's a pregnancy. We went through our daughter's clothes and gave them clothes, toys, and baby necessity. I text them about once a week to see how they are doing.
Supportive couple.
Like, through all of this, the only time they respond to us is if they want something. They crave clothes, frozen meals for post delivery, etc. I am very frustrated and my husband sees this. So he told his friend he needs to at least occasionally respond to our texts. His friend flipped out that life is busy and he just doesn't have time. He is working full-time and dealing with pregnancy, and I am furious. Both my husband and I work full-time. dealing with a twin pregnancy, have a toddler, yet we are putting in an effort to be supportive friends and help them, and they can't bother to take red seconds and even respond back to a text unless they need or want something. I have had enough and told my husband he can still be friends with Evan, but I am done and I refuse to give or help him with any more baby stuff. So, am I the a-hole?
You're not.
My husband and friends are torn.
You're not. You've tried. That's way too much for your mental health. They may be good friends, but they're not even taking you seriously. Girl, you're pregnant with twins, you have a toddler, and no, now, personally, I think you've tried. Judging from what you've said, I think you've tried. And genuinely, if your husband wants to continue the friendship, he should. But right now, focus on your pregnancy and your toddler.
He should not
Thank you
even
very
continue
much.
the friendship. Like, he doesn't really have to.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to clean up after my girlfriend, even though she was upset? I've been with my girlfriend for over 2 years, and she has always had irregular periods. She has some sort of hormonal imbalance, meaning her periods are apparently more difficult. I get that. She had been complaining her period was late by like a little over a month. The person had anything to add? Because I don't want this to be biased. We've been together 2 years. During that time, she has occasionally had periods that last 2 months, had a period twice a month, etc. There have been doctors. I will say no much more, so I'm not looking for medical advice. Okay. In the past, when she has been on her period, she has bled over the bedding, the sofa, the floor, and she says it's because it's a heavy flow. Why a heavy
Bro,
pad?
you are dirty.
She's sometimes in a lot of discomfort, so she has asked me to clean it up. I got home yesterday and it was like everywhere. I can't explain how bad it was. I don't know how she managed it. She said it was heavier because it was late. I told her I wouldn't be tidying up and went to bed. I had a really long day. My dad is sick. I had to spend time comforting my mother, which in itself was hard. But then I spent the day on my feet, being yelled at by customers. She was obviously upset, but there is usually discomfort when her period starts, so it's not unusual. I did get out the heated blanket for her and some pain meds. Okay, you did something. Today I just to her for assuming she was going to ask. She said, quotation open, I was epilepsy, quotation closed. So I said, oh, not as sorry. Then because I wasn't going to tidy it. To which she stormed out. I should understand by now that she struggles occasionally and I need empathy. I said she needs to learn. She has them enough that she should be the one to clean up after herself. We are not speaking right now. So, am I the a-hole? No, you're not.
It isn't, obviously. Like, I don't understand. Why did you even clean it in the first place? You wouldn't even have started it. Like, this girlfriend. God.
He's giving any girl allowance, allowance.
That exactly.
I clean one time. It means I should become your permanent cleaner.
Do better in this relationship. Something you should not be scaring people away.
Bro,
that you believe you tell man to help you and clean the blood. Why? If you carry it and go and do juju, is it because it's not in Nigeria? You show me that it's not in Nigeria person.
Don't
you just carry it and go and meet Kanayo. Piam! You have turned to something
one way.
else. People have mind though in this life. You should be hiding.
You're a dirty girl. And my brother, run away from such women.
Run.
Dirty.
That's not nice.
Stop it.
No, you shouldn't do that.
Don't you even get disgusted and allow your partners clean up for you. Like I can get if it's a mistake one time, but continuously.
Like always, like it's now and every day something. And when he refuses to do, you are complaining. Even if the intestine is falling down.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Okay. So,
am I the a-hole for saying I'll spend my savings how I decide to spend them?
No.
No. So me, 27-year-old male, and my girlfriend, 25-year-old female, have been together for 3 years and both live together. She has more money in savings currently, but my current job allows me to put more away than I was previously doing. So my savings are building up. I currently have only 2,500 euros saved, but I'm saving 300 euros a month. Me and my girlfriend were talking about things we'd like to buy. I pointed out I would like to buy a new TV. The one I've currently got is getting old and not working as well. So I said I wanted to invest in a new TV. I mentioned it wouldn't be for at least 6 to 7 months, but that I wanted an expensive one since I wouldn't be replacing it for a while.
Valid.
I showed her 2 LED TV that I was looking at. That was 2,000 euros. Whoa. I pointed out it is likely to be cheaper when I'm actually going to buy it, and that depending on how much I have saved, I might just pay monthly, or if I can afford it without completely draining my savings, then I'll buy it outright.
Okay.
Her response was just absolutely not. I asked her what she meant, and she said I'm not spending that much on a TV. I told her it was my savings and it's not like I was asking her to contribute. She said we'll be looking for a house deposit in the future and doesn't want me spending all of my savings on one thing. I reiterated I wouldn't be getting it until towards the end of the year, when I would have a lot more in my savings, and I will be getting a pay rise from work in the summer, so we'll be saving more anyway, and I want to treat myself. She just repeated that I am not using my savings to get a new TV. I told her they were my savings, and if I want to treat myself, then I will. She called me an a-hole for being selfish. Am I the a-hole for wanting to buy a new TV using my savings later in the year?
I think your girlfriend just likes the word a-hole because really, what did you do wrong? My savings. Later in the year for something I really want.
But then she has a point. I mean, she's just trying to be a supportive girlfriend.
There's nothing like that.
You know this thing that they call women Odozi Aku? Obviously, Dozi the Aku Dozi. Obviously, the point is that he wants to use it for a very long time. So even when people are moving, you still carry the television and move.
Like, I feel like
You
sometimes
understand?
he probably for him to choose to buy a TV means that TV means something special to him. And once in a while, somebody should be allowed to splurge. Like, you should be allowed to spend your money.
Yeah,
and he already said that
like,
there's a point that he may, if it's too much for him, he can also pay it monthly. So really, what is the issue?
like, you're not even contributing, sis. I understand where you're coming from totally. Like, it's a little bit too much. I mean, 2,000 euros is a lot. That's why I buy a house. But relax.
Relax.
Like, you tend to enjoy the TV later.
Like,
It's a lot to put, but good thing, good money. I don't know if you even use more than him. When he's watching football and he say, "Oh, that television, I'm talking to you. Come here." You know how we girls behave.
I don't think anyone is the a-hole, really. I don't think anyone is
he's
the
not.
a-hole.
I
So
don't
that's it for the Am I the a-hole questions. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did you agree with everything you said?
Yeah.
Just drop.
If you
Let's
have more points, you can still tell us. Let us know. Tell us your reasons. Tell us why you think it is the way it is, and we'll be right there waiting for you.
Yes, let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like,
Share,
comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Until I come your way next time,
I
stay
am
safe.
just Uche's sister.